Hello, Greg Mannion here. Infinite breath tips, ideas, philosophies, benefits of breath work all over and the creativity involved. Today, what are we talking about? The health benefits. Been asked this many times, so I'm going to give you three. Three things that are going to happen when you start to do breath work and various techniques within breath work, which are all quite simple. We've got a little free course you can click below, a coaching starter pack you can click below, or dive into one of our beautiful courses. Anyway, let's get on with this. So what are we here to do today? Tip number one, or benefit number one, which I use, one of the most things I use, needs to be repeated to people a lot because people just don't do it, which is basically breathing through your nose towards your belly, but extending that exhale. Now, I say this because in the West, there's a lot of chest breathers, especially in the West, in the world in general, but it happens a lot here, and it's chronic chest breathing. It's not allowing the gases to exchange. We're not getting healing. We're staying in a stressed state. Now, if you're in a stressed state, I swear within a few minutes, you can completely change the way you feel. It's warm. Okay, all you got to do is this. So you're going to breathe in through the nose towards the belly, and then out like so. Sounds simple because it is. Second part of this, if you want to actually activate your vagus nerve, what's happening there anyway? When we extend our exhale, we are affecting our parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest, which is basically going to help you heal. You can't heal in a stressed state. You can't heal with lots of cortisol running around the body going, hey. You've got to heal from a state where you're relaxed and calm. And again, it can take minutes. You do longer meditations, you do longer breathing sessions, you'll get there. But in a few minutes, you can change your state. In through the nose towards the belly. Very important to get a habit of this. The healing breath is extending that exhale for as long as you can. Twice as long as you breathe in, or longer if you can. Now, adding the tone, which would be... You can change this around. You can do any tone you want. You can do specifically Om or a certain chakra. I'm a believer in finding your own way. Toning, affecting here, the vagus nerve. That baby is the wanderer, touches all your major organs, gonna heal you, gonna calm you very quickly. Tip number one, extend the exhale with a tone. You're gonna heal the body and calm. Number two, what happens in a lot of techniques I use, we have a magic thing called kumbhaka in pranayama, where we're holding our breath out. I can't hold my breath out, I'm gonna die. No, you won't. Well, no, you won't actually. The worst thing ever is gonna happen is you're gonna faint, and then your body's gonna start to breathe, but it never happens, not in my sessions. Anyway, what are we gonna do? You're gonna breathe in a rhythm. With one of the techniques, again, clicking on the website and trying out our free little tips and tools and meditations and take a course if you want. But the key is you're going to breathe in a rhythm. So you're going to breathe deep into the belly, getting as much oxygen in as you can, but you're also breathing out CO2. It's CO2 which tells the brain to breathe. It goes up into the reptilian part of the brain and says, you need to breathe now. But we can go past the comfort zone, especially when we're holding our breath out and we're breathing all that CO2 out. That helps us hold for longer. When we build a tolerance to CO2 in our body, we can hold longer, and it's a sign of vitality and health. Especially when you're doing exercises and things like that. Mouth closed, just breathe through the nose to build up that tolerance. But let's go back. What are we doing here? Tip number two, on the benefits. So when you're breathing in a rhythm, let's say it's 3 minutes. Etc., etc. Then you get to the point you breathe in, then you breathe out, without force, but as much as you can. I always say it is very warm here, finding your sweet spot, which means you're breathing quite a lot of air out, but it doesn't have to be all the air, okay? Now you want to hold here for as long as you can. This will build up over time. Let's try and get towards a minute without having a sip of air, but you can have a sip of air and then blow all the air back out and still stay in an intermittent hypoxic state. Intermittent being the key word because it's for a short period. When your oxygen levels in the blood drop below 85-90%, this is when you release the feast of feel-good hormones, but most importantly, you're going to release stem cells in the body because the old stem cells, they do not like oxygen. They don't like it at all. So the less oxygen, then they're going to, come on, let's go out to play. Let's go and do some healing and repair in the body. So they will come out to play. Now, what you can do, whether you believe this or not, if you'd asked me several years ago, I wouldn't have believed you, but now I do because I've felt it, I've seen it, and I've practiced so much. You can direct those stem cells to any part of your body. You have a problem with the wrist, for example. It's a cut, and you want it to heal quicker. Holding your breath, feeling that energy going past the comfort zone. Train yourself. It's not too difficult. It might take a little bit of time, but get there. Holding your breath out, reap the benefits, let the stem cells come out. Imagine you can see them and you direct them to the point in your body that needs healing. To the point in your body that needs healing. Whether you believe this or not, what you believe in this life will come true if you truly believe it. So many people, it doesn't work. I can't do this. I'm not very good at technology. Change the pattern, change the pattern, change the pattern. Believe it, see it, believe it, and direct it, and your life will change. Really, really will. But let's go back. I'm going into philosophies of Greggy. Let's go back to the stem cells. Produce them in the body, let them come out of their niches, find their way to heal whatever you want when you're holding your breath. Number 2. Number 3, pardon me, better breathe there. Number 3, activate in your body. So you're going to activate it to both heal it, but also feel the energy that you can create in your body simply by sitting down. Now, for me, I particularly like the rapid breathing, but it can be through the nose or the mouth. I suggest the nose because everybody's different and it can cause too much stress. But essentially, for example, very, very short and sweet. But if you want to change how you feel, which is a benefit of having a different outlook and a different feeling in that moment, hot again, you're going to basically breathe in that rhythm, feeling the energy in your body as you do this breathing. Say it's that speed. It can be a little bit slower, okay? As you're doing this, I want you to pulsate your pelvic floor muscle, because there's a core of energy and sexuality there, and the good sexuality, feel that creativity coming through your body. That is going to energize the body and the mind as well. Getting the cerebral spinal fluid going up up through the spine and into your head. Simple, rapid breathing, not too rapid, never when you're driving or anything like that. For a minute or two, that's all it takes, maybe a little bit longer. And as you do that, every time you breathe in, you pulsate that muscle. So activating the body and the mind, creating energy within your body that's going to help you heal, it's going to help you focus, going to help you live in minutes. Dead simple. 3 little tips, hope they were beneficial for you on the benefits of breathwork. Touch.